I don't know if people feel the same way, but it's just kind of my personal problem with that. Okay. I'm sure that there's a lot of fans out there who's just saying, "Oh, there's no reward or there's no risk," but I do kind of like how since you can only get 6 assassins here, there's no risk if one of them goes down. You can still help, be there to help them essentially. I mean, they can still recover. I mean, if they go down. I think a woodmaker and not a woodmaker. What's that? Is that a woodmaker? What is this? Oh, that's a farmer. That is. That's not a farmer. I don't know what that is. Oh, that might be one of the wives of the carpenters. I was kind of confused by the icon. It's not actually shaping up. I kind of wish I could have an aerial view of this. I suppose I could climb a cliff. Let's see if we can get any new icons from the what's my brain is starting to mush.
Aye, it's all here.
Good. Now the birch.
Well, this whole section.
Should be right. Fine. And did Terry bring the planks of maple?
I haven't seen Terry.
Haven't seen Terry. Where's he gone to?
I'm sure he'll be along.
Very well. We'll mark that as undelivered until he arrives.
Actually pretty cool. I love it said I haven't seen Terry, he's literally walking away. That's kind of funny. Just trying to see if I can get any more scans. Because slowly but surely I will be... I think innkeepers are done, so they don't have anything. But I do want to get all the encyclopedia done, because I never got it done before. Luckily I can't kill allies, so that could have been
Connor.
good.
I left some bolts of fine silk in my old home. They are very valuable, but I don't think it wise I return there. Someone might wind up dead. I was hoping you could retrieve them for me if you had time.
I actually want to follow her around. Because that's another thing that I need. Let's see if she does an action I can scan. Maybe not. It looks like she's just idle. Yeah, let's... Wait, did she go back to... I think she... Was it Boston? It's either Boston or New York. I can't remember. I think it might be New York, actually. I'll go to Boston first. It's, it looks like it's New York. Okay. Wait. Okay. I activated the Benedict Arnold missions last stream, and I will not be doing that until I finish sequence 10 because it's canonically takes place in. I don't know why you could access it earlier, but that's why I'm not doing it. Wait. Oh, never mind. I don't know what the reward is for completing that. Again, I never actually done the assassination contracts. My first playthrough, it was just a standard like let's play, if you would call it that. Just mainly sticking to the main story. Some collectibles, really just whatever I find, just by playing normally. And I also did some Homestead missions. I don't know if I did all of them because there's some things that are kind of unfamiliar to me that I found out about. But I did, I do know, I did do some of them. There's some of them that I do remember. Are very memorable to me.
Oh, no. Not you.
Another one done. Another thing I didn't like about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood in regards to the assassination contracts is the fact that hey, no, it's Connecticut that's in progress. Another thing that I didn't like about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is the fact that even if you liberate a city that you're working on, they could still be contested, and they could still go back to in the favor of the Templars. It essentially just creates a gameplay loop, but there's like no end for it. And that's honestly what I don't really like about the assassination contracts. It's good if you just care about just getting your progress on your assassins. If you just don't care about completion, well, it doesn't really bother you that the things are infinite. I suppose it's really not that bad of a thing, but as someone who streamed Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and as someone who has spent more time than was probably needed achievement wise for the assassination contracts, I probably did like about 30 live springs. That is a live spring. I did like several live streams of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I spent so much time trying to do the assassination contracts, thinking that they were limited, only to find out towards the end of my playthrough that
Let me have a look.
I hope she's all right.
I don't remember this.
It appears it's good news.
What?
You're an uncle.
An uncle? No, I can't believe it. Oh, happy day.
An uncle, Godfrey. Oh,
I'm
you'll
an
make
uncle.
a grand uncle,
My
you
sister's
will.
had a wee bairn.
A wee bairn.
She's to be named Eleanor.
Aye, a wee baby
We
girl.
must have a
wee
celebration.
lass.
Congratulations, Godfrey.
An uncle. I think I'm actually an uncle. I think one of my cousins had an uncle? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that one of my cousins actually has children. Actually, no, I think that would make me that's one thing I don't really understand. I still don't understand everything about family. I know that, like, if for you to be an uncle, you would have to be your sibling that would have children. But what is a relationship if a cousin of yours has a kid? Like, how is a relationship to that? It's just something that I'm just always confused about, I guess. Woodworker, done. It probably shouldn't be that complicated, but I always get confused. I get especially confused with the relationship to one of my best friend's family, where I'll go ahead and deliver this first.
I found your bolts.
Wonderful. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
Your husband was there, speaking ill of you. He ran off when he saw me.
Oh my. That dirty, rotten bastard of a man would do something like that. At least you were able to come away with the only thing of value that remained there. Thank you, Connor.
Ew. What was I gonna say? Oh, my one of my best friends from high school. His dad was essentially a criminal where he was arrested for selling stolen bikes, essentially. And he often makes fun of his dad because he considers him to be an idiot because of it. But something else that's kind of funny is his dad got 2 women pregnant and had kids with 2 women, and the two women that got pregnant ended up being very close friends with each other, to the point that Jason ended up moving to his stepbrother's. Is it stepbrother? I don't know. I guess it's technically his brothers, just have different mothers. But he's ended up moving to his brother's, his other mothers, I guess. I don't know what you call that. That's another thing that I get. That's really the thing that I get confused. Just what do you call it if you have a brother, but your brother doesn't have the same mother? Like, you call the woman your stepmom? Because I just don't know what to call that. I always get so confused when I'm thinking about how you refer to his family because of how complicated the situation is. I just don't have the terminology for that.
Is it coming, Big Dave? You make any progress on the knife? I would like to give it to Miriam soon.
The steel Norris smelted is something else. I've rarely seen such fine metal. The trouble is my old tools aren't hard enough to work it. The ones I need aren't hard to find. A shop or two in New York sell them at a good price. I'd do it myself, but with the regulars after my head, I'll stay here safe and sound if I can.
I have matters to attend to in New York. I will see to it the next time I journey there.
Sounds good.
What did I say? Find what? Find both pieces of Dave's new hammer in New York. Excuse me. Kind of had a. We have these bagel dogs in the freezer, and I just had 2. I had 2 like a couple hours ago. But something else is as soon as I was finished my 2 bagel dogs, my mom called and she was stopping at McDonald's on her way home for church, and she was asking if I wanted anything. So I ended up having a double quarter pounder with a side of fries and a drink, along with 2 bagel dogs. So I actually kind of pretty full. I don't see any points, but I do see 2 Homestead missions, so I'm assuming it's one of these. It's just kind of funny to me. Probably not really that funny, to be honest, but because I'm just kind of admitting to being a glutton, if you would consider that. But it's just kind of funny, the timing of how as soon as I finish eating one thing, I end up finding out that I'm getting free McDonald's, and who's gonna say no to McDonald's? The ultimate fat person food. And I will admit, I'm kind of a fat person. No harm denying it, or admitting it.
To business.
Ebony hammer handle? I thought ebony was just a material. I don't even know what ebony is. I think I mentioned this in the last stream when I streamed Assassin's Creed Origins, where I said a sword looked like ebony.
Warpath for that deserter. What's his name? Big Man or some such thing?
Big Dave. Did in a whole unit escaping, they say. Dave's in for a rough ride, seems to me.
I mentioned that the sword I ended up using the entire live stream essentially as soon as I got it was called I referred to it as ebony because it kind of reminded me of an ebony sword from Skyrim. But is ebony an actual material in the real world, and what's it made out of? I'm actually gonna look that up. Oh, it's a type of wood. Ebony is a dense black-brown hardwood, most commonly yielded by several species in the genus Diasporos, which also contains those persimmons. Oh, I actually seen ebony before. I didn't even know it. Actually, okay. Funny how in Skyrim ebony is a mineral, I guess, and freaking the real world's a type of plant, essentially. It's just kind of funny to me because I believe that it's not just in Skyrim, but I believe ebony is also a material in Oblivion. I don't know about Morrowind or the games prior to that. And probably not Arena because Elder Scrolls. Oh, we got another one of these really. Because Elder Scrolls Arena,
Let me have a look.
it's essentially, it's kind of like a weird game where if the exploration is essentially infinite, you can fast travel to any town in the game. But the exploration is infinite. You can walk around on the roads if you travel outside the city forever, and you will never reach a town. It's only when you use a fast travel function can you actually reach a town. Because the exploration is infinite, and the dungeons are also infinite. Also, I don't know if it's randomly generated or if it's just reusing that it's just reusing set what's it called? If it's just reusing set designs, but it's Arena is just kind of like a really weird game. If you die in that game, they kind of treat it as a permanent game over, where you can't actually go back into the game to try again until you reload the save, essentially. At least as far as I remember. I never actually played the game, but I have seen playthroughs of it.
Connor.
Kind of interesting to me.
I have the tools you requested.
Ah, excellent. I'll get right to work. Norris has been hanging around pestering me about his knife.
I thought you should know I overheard some regulars talking. They are looking for you.
I imagine they are. I'll have to face them sometime or another.
Something else I will say is the second Elder Scrolls game, Daggerfall, is considered to be the largest, as far as I remember, it's considered to be the largest game in the series. Or really the largest game in history, I should say. Simply because of the fact that simply because of the fact that it is, well, it has, in my opinion, it's possible to have the, I don't know, I don't have great knowledge on every game out there. I believe that Daggerfall still holds a record for having the largest map. Even like recent games like Far Cry 6 or even like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I believe is still standing as the largest Assassin's Creed game. It's still, I would still consider Daggerfall's map to dwarf those maps easily. And it's just really kind of crazy just how big that game is. They think I'm like exaggerating this. Oh, there's no possible way that game is that big. It can only run on certain computers. It's a PC game, and some computers, if your computer is not powerful enough to run it, your computer will actually crash. That's how powerful it is. I mean, that's how large the game is, I mean. It's crazy to me. I will never do PC games, mainly because of the fact that I just kind of I don't really have as effective setup for shooting PC games. Really? Why is that yellow then? But it's just kind of crazy to me that that some PC games are just accomplish. Honestly, I feel like they accomplish so much more than console games can hope to accomplish, can hope to achieve. Mainly because of the fact that the hardware of a console is limited in comparison to that of a computer. However, I feel like that recent consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X may actually be starting to rival that of a PC, but it's still somewhat limited in that regard. Its capabilities, because there's probably some computers out there that are still more powerful than that of a Xbox Series X, but I'm not gonna pretend I understand anything about technology to say that as a definitive. I'm just gonna say they may be more powerful than a Series X.
Connor?
Horace, what are you doing out here?
I want to give Miriam her knife. Maybe you come with me?
Of course. What is keeping you?
I am nervous.
I am certain she will love the blade you made for her.
What am I doing? Giving a woman a knife as a gift? It's so stupid.
This is something she will appreciate and use.
Ugh. I made the stupid thing. I might as well give it to her.
Oh, he's this way. Something I will say, the title "Fool Me Once" has me a little bit worried. I know using the lumberjacks, Godfrey and Terry as example. If you let Terry hit Godfrey in the fight, they will actually own separate lumber camp things. I don't know if the things will change with Norris and Miriam, because if in case it does change, and which I'm hearing that it may because of the mission title, Norris, the end goal for this thing is Norris marrying Miriam, and the title "Fool Me Once" makes me think I kind of screwed up a little bit, because when I was finding out what Miriam liked, the objective was to not be detected by Miriam. And as soon as I figured out what she wanted, I just ran straight past her, and I heard to the objective to Norris, because the objective changed. But as I was running past her, I heard Miriam say, "What are you doing, Connor?" So the mission "Fool Me Once" makes me think that I screwed up, and Miriam will say no to Norris, because Miriam saw me there, and it just really makes me worried. But we'll find out together. It's something, the merit scene is something that I've never actually seen. I only seen it from a YouTube video. Because I never actually did all the Homestead missions. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Hello, Miriam.
Hello, Norris. Hello, Connor. I'd love to stay and chat, but I promised Ellen a bale of furs this week, and I'm not even close to making good. I need to get out into the bush right away.
2 hunters are better than 1. I can help if you like.
Would you? I'd be much obliged.
I bring something for you. Maybe it will help?
I really must get moving. I will thank you properly when I get back. Until then,
As a start.
meet me at my northernmost hunting blind after you take your first skin.
Hunt a wolf. Oh, this is easy. Hey, wolfies. I haven't killed wildlife in a while. I almost forgot that minigame.
Yama.
I do kind of like the hunting thing with Connor. I mentioned before that you have to skill every animal you kill. Because if you don't, you will be desynchronized. Because Connor was the type of person where he did not. He was a hunter and he did not leave any resources wasted. Essentially, I just think it's really kind of cool how they did that. Where you actually get desynchronized if you don't scan every animal you kill, because that's not what Connor would do, just abandon meat.
Connor, you out there?
Random NPCs walking around.
Connor, you out there? Could use a little help here. Connor, need some backup.
Bloody hell. Not him.
Oh, you better run,
The time
son.
for forgiveness has passed.
Oh, yes, it has.
Don't kill me. I'll never come back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will come back again.
Get back here. That's one thing I hate about snow, is how it affects your movement. I mention this all the time in
Please don't kill me.
I mention this all the time in Skyrim, but I really hate mobility affecting things.
Please, mister. Please.
If I hadn't had this blade, that lick spittle might have gutted me.
A timely gift from Norris, it would seem.
Indeed. I must make sure to thank him properly.
Huntress, level 3. Ooh. Nice. I actually just kind of realized, I wonder if I have access to the finale to this quest. And I do! Haha! It's really cool. So, I never actually saw the conclusion to this thing, I don't think. So it looks like that I was kind of wrong to worry. That's actually a plus. The title "Fool Me Once" is kind of misleading, because it really kind of made me a little bit worried that something bad was going to happen. That I screwed up in some way. I think the phrase is "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." I think there is a "fool me thrice," but I don't know what the part is. I may be wrong. I don't know who says it. I just know that President George W. Bush said it at one point. It kind of became a meme. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Because once you get fooled once, you can't get fooled again or something like that. It's kind of funny to me. It's really become a meme. George W. Bush's quote of that line. I partially remember it. I remember like the beginning and how he paused in between saying the lines because he was trying to remember what it was. Then he kind of forgot what it was and kind of made his own version. It's just kind of funny. I don't know what it is about American presidents or American leaders. Just some of them just being kind of stupid, to be honest. Not trying to make any jabs at current or former presidents. I'm just saying that a lot of them just kind of make kind of comedic mistakes. A lot of the presidents kind of own their mistakes, which is kind of cool. Like Obama, just kind of did some funny stuff whenever if he,
Connor,
I don't know.